Set your alarm, Ernest. You hungry?
Bruh, Sinners is trash has got to be the most clickbait video of the year. Let's see what this dude is talking about, man. Masculine it? Alright, let's see what this is.
Well, I went to go see The Sinners last night. Trash.
Bugging, bruh.
So disappointed.
Go ahead.
Hey. So disappointed. Sinners was
Ass.
ass.
Is that a white girl?
Was
Don't put her up to this, bro. Why would you put her? Why would you put her in front of the? You know what I'm saying? You basically putting her up to get stones casted at her, man. You know what I'm saying? She probably only doing it. She probably liked the movie, but she gonna agree with her man, though.
Ass.
ass. I don't get it, bro. I mean, we get it. We get it. But
It was made for
for a reason. We gonna talk about it though. But that movie was fucking trash. I'm so disappointed. That movie was butt cheap.
Yeah, and then why y'all gas it?
Gas. That movie
For
was
what? It was not good.
And we thought we was the only ones, but then I went to the bathroom and I was talking to bros that just watched it, and they was confused as shit. Like, bro, what the fuck did I just?
It's nothing to be confused about. It's a pretty clear, straightforward movie. Matter of fact, it does have layers, bro. The movie Sinners has layers. You're able to enjoy it on a surface level. You're able to enjoy it on a cultural level. You're able to enjoy it on multiple levels, depending on where you are as a person, bro. You know what I'm saying? Is it the greatest movie in the world? No, but it's a really great movie. It's the best movie this year. What movie is better than Sinners in year 2025, bro? Come
Watch.
on, bro. Goofy clown ass nigga.
What up? What up? What up, Night Nation? It's your boy Stevie Knight. About to get on one of these things. You feel me? What's good with the watch? Night watch, man. Yeah, nice little change of pace, bro, because we doing a movie review. Before we do it, like always, man, Pete the Drip. Shop stevieknight.com for that. Of course, your boy's book still available for purchase. My book is better than The Sinners, bro. I ain't even capped, dog. Ain't even close, bro. But I don't want to come across as I'm hating, bro. I don't, dog. But it's just because of the fucking hype, bro. You know what I'm talking about? I was hyped, bro.
All right, give us some critical opinions, bro. You know what I'm saying? Just saying something is trash is different than having your own opinions. All right, maybe we could see your point of view if you give us something that's like tangible, you know? You just saying that it's trash.
You feel me? Like, it always happens to me, though, bro. It always happens to me when things are hyped. They never live up to the expectation. There's that. But then this just tanked as far as I'm concerned, bro. Warning, if you hadn't seen it and you plan on seeing it, don't even watch this because I'm about to give you all the spoilers, bro. But yeah, me and my girl decided to go pull up and watch it finally because of just the promotion, but but then like all the positive responses from the movie, bro. Like the reaction, the reviews from the movie have been crazy, bro. I'm talking about 98% on Rotten Tomatoes, 8.3 on IMDb. Like I don't even really rock with Rotten Tomatoes, bro, because they be on that different type of time. IMDb, I refer to them as pretty accurate as far as reviews are concerned, bro. So when I seen that, and then on top of it, bro, like I am a horror movie lover, dog. It's my favorite genre of movies, bro. And it's vampires on top of it, and I'm a vampire enthusiast, bro. Like I'm a vampire buff. You feel me? I like everything vampires, bro, from the 30 Days and Nights to hell, the Blades, bro. Right? Underworlds. You know what I'm talking about? Let Me In. The Draculas, bro. Hell, I fuck with Vampire in Brooklyn. Goddamn. Yeah, I even fuck with Twilight. You know what I'm saying? Like, real talk. The first time I seen Twilight, dog, I was like, man, what the fuck is this gay? I remember like yesterday, dog. I went to people
Bro,
a red box because everybody was gassing it. Kind of the same situation here, right? And I'm watching it thinking I'm about.
bro, but the movie wasn't even about the vampires. The vampires were a device used for a deeper meaning, bro. Maybe device is not the right word. But the vampires would you could have replaced vampires with anything. Vampires seem like it made the most sense in the context of that movie though. But the movie wasn't about vampires, nigga.
He's a vamp.
It's literal vampires in this world, bro. Like sucking talent and life out of people. But the thing is, those people always had a choice. Those people had to invite that evil into their life, bro. Like literally. You know what I'm saying?
All right, yeah, shit. I see these vampires, skin all twinkling in the sun. Like, what type of gay shit is this, bro?
All right, talk
But
about the
then when
movie,
I
man.
understood what it was about, you know what I'm talking about? It's not, I mean, it's vampires, but it's pretty much a whole Romeo and Juliet type of situation. Like, you know, werewolves, vampires. Same thing with Underworld. You know what I'm saying? Dope storylines, though. Right? So once I understood that, I rock with Twilight. I understood the concept.
My nigga, talk about
But,
sinners.
this right here, especially when you classify it as horror. You know what I'm talking about? Especially when you classify it as horror. You know what I mean? And I am as critical comes when it comes to movies, bro. That's why I don't even try to go watch new movies these days, bro, because can't nobody come up with no fresh ideas and, you know, new scripts. I feel like they keep recycling the same.
Bro, Sinners was an original script. I'm pretty sure they pulled elements and got fucking motivation from previous bodies of work. But Sinners was an original story. Oh, come on, bro. What you mean nobody coming up with new ideas, bro?
Type of plot over and over and over again using different actors. You feel me? So, you know, I can't even tell you last time me and my girl went to an actual movie, bro, because nothing has been alluring to us. But anyway, we pulled up to this, man, because just the response from it is viral. Like this is the one. You know what I'm talking about? I heard people getting up and clapping after. I'm like, to a horror movie? Okay, say less. Let's ride. I was looking forward to it and shit. And I don't usually look forward to nothing, bro. But I was looking forward to going to the movie, watch shit with my girl, bro. I'm telling you, 30 minutes in this motherfucker, me and my girl looking at each other like, you serious? Like, maybe it's just us, because we often find ourselves.
Nah, I think your girl enjoyed the movie. You know what I'm saying? She probably could have enjoyed it with the right nigga. You know what I'm saying? If she would have went to the movies with me, she would have loved that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? She'd be talking about it now. She just so happened to have to go to the movies with you, pretend like she ain't like it. You know what I'm saying? Deep down, she love that shit. Come on, bro.
And
it just depends on who she go with, bro. Whatever he like, she like, just cause he like it, bro. Whatever he don't like, she don't like, just cause he don't like it. That's how that shit works.
Type of element, bro. Like, we are so critical on films that we often like looking at each other like, bro, this shit ass. Where everybody else think it's the world, we like, man, maybe it's just us. But it's
it's just you. She gonna leave you, bro. I'm not wishing that upon you. I'm just saying, bro. Eventually, she gonna get tired of this shit. She gonna say, we can't enjoy shit. I can't like nothing. I have to leave this motherfucker.
Not us, bro. But after the movie, I'm talking to people in the films that share the same sentiments as I did. So I know I'm not crazy. But before I dive into my feelings about it, I need to lay out what happened. You know what I'm saying? The plot or whatnot. So we're on the same page. But in the plot ain't even nothing, bro. It ain't even nothing, dog. What's going on?
The plot is a simple story. Two brothers are basically, bro, when it all come down to it, it was about people trying to find freedom, liberation, dog. It's two brothers doing whatever they can to find some form of freedom. They traveled the world And what was it, in the war? They were war veterans. Then they went to Chicago. They messed with the mob, the Italians. You know what I'm saying? To get some money, they robbed them. So they could come back, start a business, and gain some sort of freedom. That's what it all came down to. The whole movie, everybody's searching for freedom. That is very relatable to most people. Most people, what are we seeking? Some form of freedom. First of all, just that simple understanding right there makes the movie relatable. Dog. You know what I'm saying? I could probably do movie reviews. Man, come on, dog.
During Jim Crow.
That was off the top of the head. I ain't writing no notes or nothing. That shit sounded good, didn't it?
Right, I think it's either Mississippi or New Orleans. I don't forgot. It don't even matter, bro. It's back in Jim Crow.
Yes, it does matter, nigga. This your history, nigga. What you mean it don't even matter? Back in Jim Crow's. This your history, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
With the black folks. You feel me? Michael
All right, go back in time and tell them that. It don't even matter.
Jordan's one of the main characters, but he plays himself twice because he plays a twin of himself, so it's two of him. And they like some prohibition gangsters back then, right? Making money the illegal ways or whatnot. And they hit a lick in Chicago, come back to wherever it is. I can't remember where it was. But back to their hometown.
Delta, Mississippi, bro. If you gonna do a movie review, at least know what you talking about. Don't try to be so nonchalant like it really meant little to you when you making a whole video about it. It didn't mean that much to me, but I'm gonna make a whole clickbait ass video about it. Like, come on, bro.
Or whatnot. Buy a barn from an alleged KKK member who claims he's not KKK no more, and they turn the barn into a juke joint. Well, that's the intention, and then like the first 30 minutes is just developing this plot where they going around recruiting who they need to run the juke joint for the grand opening that night, right? So they pick up a musician, they pick up a cook, they pick up a security guard. You know what I'm saying? Highlight their little stories or whatnot. You see the main love interest, Josh Allen's girl, right? Pretty white girl, and she's involved with one of the twins. You know what I'm saying? And then juke joints popping, right? And then vampires randomly pull up. They just randomly pull up.
At the beginning of the movie, it was stated that some people were born with the gifts of music. And those gifts connect you to the ancestors from the past and the future. But the gift also attracts evil. The evil in this movie being the vampires. They didn't just randomly pull up. The main character's literal gift of connecting to the ancestors is what attracted the evil for their own intentions and their own evil purposes, bro. This is real life, bro. What do you think a casting couch is, my nigga? You think this is just some meme on the internet? No, this was people's real life. People really sold their soul to gain worldly possessions, dog. They invited the evil in. God gave them gifts, and it was their choice to invite the evil in and sign these contracts to gain worldly possessions, bro. This is not just a movie, my nigga. They show this shit to you right in your face. Bro, you got the gifts from God for free. In this movie, Sammy's gift was the ability to use his music to communicate with the ancestors from the past and the future. That was his free gift that God gave to him. He didn't have to pay for it. He didn't have to sign a contract. He didn't have to make any deals. No bargains, nothing. It was just given to him for free. Remick, the evil, the vampire represents the evil, making him all of these promises, all of these life of grandeur type promises. Say this is all you got to do and you can gain all of this freedom. Just give me your gift. A literal vampire trying to suck that man's gifts from him for his own personal gain with empty promises. Right? God already gave him everything he needed. Come on, bro. Vampires just pulled up randomly. Man, get the fuck out of here.
like the initial introduction to the vampires. When it was initial, you see a man running through grass to a house, and that's how they introduced the vampires. I understand the the connection of the vampires to the barn with the music or whatnot, which I'll get into later. But eventually the vampires pull up to the juke joint, want to get in, right? Eventually, the black folks and the vampires bump heads.
And you as a black man should know that all throughout history, our talents have been extorted for other people's gains, bro. Come on, just the simple music industry alone. But the thing is, they had to choose that to happen. It was a choice. They had to invite the evil in, bro. Like, come on, you should know this out of everybody, dog. How many people have we heard in the music industry alone talk about the crappy 360 deals they had? The 360 basically means you end right where you started, with nothing. You started with nothing, you signed a 360 deal, you end probably even with less than what you had to start with. You know what I'm saying? Bro, come on, dog. How many examples of Prince, dog? Prince used to talk about this shit all the time. DMX used to talk about this shit all the time. Countless people in the music industry have said how their talents have been exploited for the gains of others. Literal vampires. Bro, this movie, as far as I'm concerned, is based on the real events. Like, come on.
Vampires end up fucking the majority of the black folks up. And really, that's pretty much it. Like the story is, there's not much there, dog. And there's so many.
Listen to the song Hollywood Divorce by Outkast, Andre 3000. Matter of fact, Lil Wayne had the first verse on that song. That was the only reason I even knew about this song, because I'm such a huge Lil Wayne fan. And that's all I listened to back in high school. Lil Wayne, Lil Wayne, Lil Wayne. But it's a song called Hollywood Divorce. It's Lil Wayne, Andre 3000, Big Boy, and Snoop Dogg. Bro, and it's just a beautiful song. And it talks about how whenever we come up with something new, they take it from us. But it's cool, because we'll just find something new. We'll start some new shit, right? You know what I'm saying?
Gaping holes throughout just the literal script. And like I said, it took entirely too long for the motherfucker to develop for a horror story. And you gotta understand my perspective. I'm coming in this motherfucker looking for horror, looking for vampire, looking for dope shit, right? I will say the acting was phenomenal. Acting was superb. You know what I mean? Cinematography was cool. You know what I mean? Like, the production of it was cool. But as far as just the script and what they were doing with it, bruh, it's like,
he has no real opinion about this, bro. This is clickbait. He did this for clickbait, bro. Because he hasn't said anything. He hasn't given us any details, any real opinions. He's just calling it trash. But the cinematography was great. The acting was great. So what's the problem then, nigga? You know what I mean?
I don't even know where to start, bro. There's so many gaping holes. Like, at the beginning,
What made you guys think that the movie was trash?
man, that's just ass, bro.
How? In what regards? Please elaborate.
There's so many holes in it as far as the movie, because I'm a horror buff and I'm a vampire dude, bro. So as far as executing a horror film, including vampires, they dropped the entire ball on that, bro.
Yeah, no, I told you that. Remember, I said it's not about the vampires.
I know it's not about the vampires, but if you're gonna use vampires, you gotta do it right. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't be half-assing shit.
There's an origin or something, a little bit of background.
For example, bro, like when Michael B. Jordan and his vampire brother twins are fighting, that don't happen in the vampire world, bro. You can't have hand-to-hand combat with no vampire, bro. They'll rip your fucking arms off and shove them up your ass. That shit wasn't.
All right. Look, yeah, I've seen vampire movies where the vampires were way faster and way stronger than regular humans. But if we gonna go with that argument, in the movie, if you pay attention to detail, Michael, what's his name? Smoke, his girl, and I think Annie, the black girl, not the white girl, the black girl, gave him a mojo bag. The mojo bag literally protected him from evil. That's why he couldn't get bit. That's why all the other vampires didn't attack him when he came outside. So he had a literal mojo bag protecting him from evil. You know what I'm saying? If you pay attention, everybody else was getting manhandled by the vampires except him. Dog, because that's an argument I keep hearing, bro. Y'all don't be paying attention, bro. Y'all weren't there to see the movie in good faith. Y'all was going there to find problems. Dog, I never go in the movie like that. I go in the movie in good faith. Let's see what I can find about this movie that I like. I'm not going to go in here trying to find stuff I don't like, because either way you go in, you're going to be right either way. If you go in with the intentions of finding something not to like, you're going to find something that you don't like. If you go in with the intentions, a positive mindset of finding something that you do like, more than likely you're going to find something that you do like, bro. You know what I'm saying? Well, y'all need, man, come on, bro. Y'all need to start having good faith and stuff, bro. Stop going in there with a negative mindset and going with a positive mindset.
Like, bro, pinning a fucking vampire, you're fucking right. And then the girl crying because her husband out there, knowing there's a bunch of vampires out there, and she invites all the vampires in. Like, that shit was fucking goof troop.
Yeah, I hated that scene too. It was selfish, but as far as movies go, that's what made the movie move along. The movie had to move forward. We weren't about to watch them stay in the barn and the juke joint for the rest of the night. You know what I'm saying? The movie had to move forward.
I thought that was very, very bad on that part.
And then they actually...
And then in real life, a lot of times, not all the time, but a lot of times, women are really selfish like that. She had to get her way at the expense of everybody else, bro. Notice she was the first one that died out the main characters. You know what I'm saying? Her whole goal was to end this shit, man. Even if everybody else had to take, you know what I'm saying? Even if everybody else had to die. She wanted what she wanted. Is that not how real life goes for a lot of people? When a woman wants something, she wants it. It don't matter what everybody else think, bro. And I ain't even trying to sound like a certain type of way. I'm just saying, bro, that probably would have really happened in real life. If this was a real situation that happened, you know what I'm saying? That's probably exactly how it would have happened. We probably would have had to knock her out in real life, bro. Like, come on, man.
Hating the vampires too. It's like 5 or 6 of them that don't have no combat experience out besides Michael B. But they handling fucking vampires with bullets, and you can't. Vampires don't die from bullets, but you see these vampires getting fucked up from bullets. 100 vampires coming in to fuck with them, they would have been dead in 2 seconds. How they just dropped the white guy just randomly, like he running through a field and goes to this house. Like they didn't provide no backstory. It's just like they needed a random vampire to pop up to get the story going. Like,
see, this man went into the movie in bad faith, bro. They did give him a backstory. It was developed through the main story. Remy's story, to be honest, Remy can have his own movie. You know what I'm saying? They gave us just enough to know about him, but not enough to really know about him. You see what I'm saying? They built it up so sequels can be built, prequels, trilogies. They could do a lot with this, bro. We could learn. We could see what Remy's life was before he was a vampire, and all the years he was a vampire up until the events of the movie. We could see what Mary and Stack's life was after they was vampires, up until, you know, the end of the original movie. We could see what Smoke and Stack's life was when they was out and messing with the mob before they came back. It's so much. It's a lot of lore that could be built upon, bro. To say he didn't have a backstory and he just randomly popped up is a bad faith take, bro. That means you was not paying attention to the movie. You was enjoying it on a surface level, which is nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with enjoying a movie on the surface level, but to bash it and trash it and say it was trash and not even try to truly understand it, that's trash, bro. Man, look.
You need to provide some context. They could have left that part out and just continue with the story of how powerful music is and just introduce the vampires then, because then it would make sense of how these vampires came across to Buddy, because the music was that powerful. Like he just happened to be randomly at some town with his family, and then he hears the music and now he's there. And then the fucking Indians just, that was...
Native Americans were chasing him to kill him because, remember, Native Americans...
And that's enough plausible deniability. He was already in the middle of some shit before his character was introduced to the movie. The Choctaw was chasing him to kill him. And that's how he ended up at the barn with the KKK nephew and recruited them as vampires. Matter of fact, the whole first half of the movie was them recruiting people. Smoking Stack was recruiting people for the juke joint. Remick recruited his two lackeys for his vampire army, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Were hunters of the vampires.
Yeah. But that was it. They just had them in there for 2 seconds, and then if the Indians are there,
they were going to show back up during the.
But they didn't.
Did you think that they were going to show up too again or no?
I thought that they were going to include them some other point. You know what I'm saying? These some fucking killers. They know how to handle vamps, and you gonna just a vamp's running loose in your town or whatever. You gonna just let the motherfucker go? That was stupid. And then you're not gonna tell the bitch that.
Bro, come on, dog. Even they understood in their small scene in the movie, bro, the sun going down, we gotta go. Nigga, it's time to leave, bro. You saw there ain't waste no time leaving, bro. Shawty had a gun to his face. He wasn't scared of that gun. He had shooters behind him. You know what I'm saying? The gun ain't scare him away. The sundown scared him away. Bro,
Vampire.
I think they had so much honor that they would have rather died by a gun than to be turned into a vampire.
Crib, you gonna just let her fucking get killed? Like, to let her know something, like, you about to die if you leave him in there. He's like, hey, I just hope you have a good night. Now, he's not who you think he is. We gonna bounce. That shit was stupid.
Yeah.
And then you gotta think about the time period, too. We talking about white people that were KKK members. They not trying to listen to anybody but other white people. And even then, they probably won't even listen to them. They not trying to hear what a black person got to say, a Native American person got to say, a Chinese person got to say. They not trying to hear none of that shit. As soon as anybody that answers the door like this, they not trying to hear what you saying. They ready to blow your head off, and they will get away with it. Because who gonna say that you at your house, bro? They tried to rob me. You know what I'm saying? Those dirty Indians, those dirty Negroes, you know what I'm saying? Them, I'm trying not to say certain stuff, but they will be fully justified. So what else can he say, bro? So, I pray for you. You know what I'm saying? He has to say that, bro. Cause who gonna be mad at that? He said he was gonna pray for me. Like, you crazy? You sound crazy as that.
I mean, he tried to beat the fence that because he didn't want the vampires to come after him.
He wanted to smoke. I want him. Bring his ass out. We gonna fuck his ass up. It was on some they know what the fuck they doing type of time. But then, all right, well, if you kill vamps, you gonna let this vamp kill this family? And then, like, I didn't know how woke this shit was until after I read about all
Woke.
double meanings and shit, dog. But once I realized what the fuck the movie was about, it's just like a woke propaganda piece. Because it's
what was woke about it?
Because the
Propaganda. No, I know I keep interrupting, but y'all clicked on this shit. That mean y'all fucking. Go ahead and like the video while you at it. Propaganda definition. Propaganda. Information, especially of a biased or misleading nature, used to promote a particular cause, doctrine, or point of view. Where was propaganda in the movie Sinners? Y'all let me know in the comments. At what point in the movie Sinners did you recognize something as propaganda? You know what I'm saying? And for what purpose? Don't just say what it was. Tell me what the purpose of it was as well. Like, what did y'all recognize as propaganda in the movie Sinners, bro?
If the meaning behind the movie is the vampires are irrelevant. The vampire is a metaphor for white people appropriating black culture. So the black people are in the juke joint having a black time. It's black owned. We having a good time. This is our shit. And then they playing the music, which attracts the vampires, which is also the white people. And they want to get in and get down with the black folks, but the black folks don't let them. So then the vampires start playing their music, saying we can get down and shit too. Right, but they still don't let them in, and then they eventually get in and they take over. So it's like the white people taking over black spaces, right? That's why they try to emphasize how important music is, specifically to black people. Where they had that scene where Buddy's going crazy playing the blues, and they show like how powerful it is, and you see how the future, and you see the past, and how it was rooted in our DNA and all that. They're trying to show how powerful music is to the black culture to emphasize that point.
Did you like that scene at least? How they meshed all the musics together and stuff?
No. Cause I was already off. I was already off at that point, bro. I was already pissed at that point.
Did you read this woke stuff before you went?
No, after. But that's
So you didn't already form your own opinion?
why the movie's so appealing to the black community specifically is because they're purporting this message behind it, bro. It's like about
Bro, only black people can even make a movie like this, bro. Think about it. Nobody else could make a movie like this. It wouldn't. Cultural appropriation in modern times. I'm pretty sure there's been plenty of different types of cultures that have been appropriated throughout all of human history. But we're talking about modern. This is the time. This is the point in history that we're living in right now. This is what's been going on. What other modern culture can make a movie like this and it has this much significance? Bro, like, dog, if you don't like the movie, that's cool. But at least understand what the hell you talking about. Man, like, bro has no real opinions about it. He just wants to dislike it, man. He sounds like he just wants to dislike it just for this clickbait ass video.
culture vulture, white appropriation, and how white people are just, vampires sucking black energy.
I liked it because of like the way that they showed it, like the authenticity of like the costumes, the town.
Production was fucking phenomenal.
The production was good as shit.
Yeah.
I thought Michael B. Jordan did his thing.
The acting was phenomenal. The production was phenomenal, but the story was whack. Like, if you just think about it, the plot was it was stupid. Vampires pull up.
All right, you come on with a better story then, nigga. We go watch your movie then.
Black people partying, and then that's it. There was no plot. Like, okay, what the fuck did I just watch? And then the whole shootout at the end was fucking whack. It was like, why? And that whole concept, like, if the KKK...
Yeah, not when you're breaking it down like that, yeah, I see it from that standpoint, 100%.
And then if
his friend on the phone sound like a yes man.
If the KKK really wanted to, like, fuck up shop and fuck up black people, why the hell they gonna wait till the juke joint is closed? If you really want to kill a bunch of black folks, you pull up when the club is hot and take them all out then. You gonna just kill the owners the next day? That shit was stupid. And then
So now you telling people how to commit murder? Look, bro, they going based off of what worked. Clearly, at the beginning of the movie, when they first bought the juke joint, they was like, "You wash these floors?" He's like, "Yeah." He was like, "What was on them?" It was the blood of their victims that they murdered in the past, which means this is not their first time, which means they obviously have a system that works for them, right? He said, we're going to let them enjoy their night, but the next morning, we're going to kill them. And that's what's worked for them. So you want to give them better tips on how to do it? What are you, nigga? Whose side you on? Like, come on, bruh.
The scene with all the vampires died, that's fucking whack. The vampires just stayed out there and saw the sun come up and just volunteered to die. Like, y'all saw the sun coming up. Like, yo, man.
My nigga, they was feeling the pain Remick was feeling. Bro, if you watch the movie, Remick just got stabbed in the heart with a wooden, he just got stabbed in the heart. One of the main focal points of the vampires was they feel his pain. So the fact he was going through pain, he was paralyzed basically. He couldn't move. They was feeling his pain in that moment, and it just so happened to be the same moment the sun was coming up. That was pretty much the bow and ribbon on top of the gift. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Monster's about to get killed, but y'all don't have to stand out there and get killed with him. And they made it abundantly clear in the movie that, like, usually in vampire movies, you kill the head vampire, all the vampires die. But they made it clear in this shit that that's not the way it was. You got to kill that fucking vampire. So if the head vampire, even at the end, like the end of credits, Michael B. Jordan and his girl was still alive. So the head vampire had nothing to do with them. So all them vampires just stayed out there and died for nothing. They could have fucking left, seeing the sun come up. That part was stupid. I was really gassed or juiced to see the movie, right? And I knew it was gonna fall short of my expectations because that shit happens all the fucking time. But
you heard him? He said he knew it was gonna fall short of his expectations, which means he went to the movie expecting it to be bad. So for him, it was bad because that's what he already made up in his mind.
Then once I started going with it and connecting the dots, like, oh, this shit is fucking ass. Because they contradict themselves, bro. If the message behind the fucking movie is to highlight appropriation of black culture, how white people do that shit, what's the point of having the pretty white girl involved with Michael B. Jordan be the lead cause of everything happening?
Bro, and she wasn't just the pretty white girl. If you paid attention to her freaking backstory, her dad was half black or something. Her dad was half and half, and her mom was white. So that made her, what, a quarter black? So she's in a position where She was raised around black people. She chose, bro, this movie also comes down to choice. She chose who she wanted to be with. She chose where she wanted to be. Bro, it was her choice. That's where she wanted to be. Bro, she wanted to be where she felt genuine love and connection. Dog. And like taking that away from people, even if you take people and you isolate them completely from their situation, they're still going to yearn for that connection. You know what I'm saying? They're still going to go to what brings them closest to that connection, man. Like, come on, bro. She chose, bro. It wasn't just the random pretty white girl dealing with the Negroes. Like, no, bro. That's where she felt at home. They even said it. We family. Bro, we family. That's why it hit so hard when she said it after she turned to a vampire. We family. Because you can't deny that. You can't deny that. The connections is still there. It just got perverted and converted into something else, bro. The random pretty white girl. Bro, this nigga talk about the movie like it was just a bunch of people just doing shit. Like, dog, you didn't go to the movie to truly understand. Like, come on, dog.
Right? It's because of her that the vampires got in the motherfucking the crib. The point of the movie is to demonize white people, right?
That is not the point of the movie, bro. This nigga pissing me off, bro.
People coming in to take over, but the white people that y'all are championing is like, you know, she's culturally down, like she grew up with us and shit, but she the pretty white girl that lets the vampires in. Like, she's the reason everything popped off. She got Michael B. Jordan, everything popped off because of that. And then at the same time, if you want to empower black people, bro, why would you have this big black fat girl be the representation of like the black savior woman?
This nigga's a fucking sellout. The big fat black girl. Bro, that girl is not fat, first of all. Second of all, bro, that's the type of woman you want, bro. She had that nigga back. That's the type of woman you want. She really rolled for this nigga. You didn't have to question her loyalty. You knew where you stood with her, bro. And without her, a lot of shit would have went a whole nother way. Without her knowledge, her insight, bro, her connection to her ancestors, right? The movie would have went a whole nother way, bro. She was a critical character in that movie, bro.
The one that knew the shit. She knew how to kill the vampire. She was the one to put everybody on game. You would have represented the black woman in that regard, this big fat black girl.
And then on top of that, she wasn't even the only black girl. It was another black girl in the movie too. Beautiful woman. And she was an adulterer. Bro. She chose where she wanted to be, just like the white girl. The white girl was the girl that was less black than everybody else, she was an adulterer too. But they both chose where they wanted to be. They chose, bro. These things aren't just coincidental. They're not just things that happen. These were choices. These were conscious choices, bro. And that's why the movie is called Sinners. The name of the movie is called Sinners, bro. Everybody was just sinning. That don't mean it was too late for them. They could have all been redeemed, but it didn't happen for them like that. Man.
Had the white girl,
this nigga.
White girl, the pretty motherfucker, and she's the reason why everybody got fucked up.
I did talk to the person about that after that I went to the movie with. I was just kind of like, damn, how they did do the compare and contrast in regards to the contrasting of the white girl and the big black girl. I did say that.
That white girl didn't need to be white. It could have been another black girl that went out there and did the same shit. They made her white. What's the point of making her white? If the message is to demonize white people, what's the point of making her white?
Probably inclusion, but hey, man, watch how you say that white girl, because that white girl, she kind of bad.
She did her thing too. She did her.
Bro, these niggas lame. These some lame ass niggas, bro. How y'all platform this dude? This nigga has 1 million subscribers, bro. Y'all must don't like real niggas on the internet, bro.
The thing, she could act her ass off.
Would you think
y'all like lame niggas on the internet, bro?
About her personality in that movie, though?
Yeah, she pulled that old southern dialect ass off. She sound like a goddamn sister.
Yeah, she was like, you done stuck your tongue in my coochie.
Yeah.
She was like, oh, and it was.
So out the whole movie, that's the part y'all remember.
He was a vampire. She was like, oh, well, you can steal from them, but you can't steal this pussy.
Yeah, bro.
I said, damn, bro.
Dog, is this the review? Him talking on the phone with his friend? This is not a movie review, dog.
she was the shit. I was like, God damn.
Yeah. Like I said, the acting was fire, but I don't like. I'm not the message and the plot was whack.
Do you think that was his best role? Do you think that was his best role?
Michael B.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely, because he pulled off two characters at once and shit, and he did his thing.
Did you like how he played both the brothers?
Yeah.
It was kind of believable that it was two of them. You feel me?
Nah, he did his thing. He definitely did his thing.
Why can't he just admit that he liked the movie and he just talking shit about it because he knew it would get views on YouTube?
I was more so talking about the ambiance of it, the whole, like you said, the production standpoint.
Yeah.
I like how the standpoint. I like how that the famous brother, the one that kind of reminded me of Samuel Jackson, him. I don't know his name, but like
the drunk.
Yeah. I like him in movies. I like the young
Linwood. That's his name, I think.
And that played the guitar. You feel me? Like I don't know. I like the music aspect.
Yeah, you liked the ambiance. You liked everything outside of the actual movie. Like that plot was whack, bro.
I was caught up in the ambiance of it all, and the whole like
Delroy.
The act.
Delroy Lindo. Put some respect on that man name. You know what I'm saying? I ain't know his name either, but still, put some respect on that man name.
I didn't even, until you mentioned it now, I didn't think nothing of the plot. I swear to God.
Yeah, but that's the whole point of movies to me is the fucking plot, the story, and the story was whack. Like I compare it to Get Out, bro. It's the same shit, but Get Out as a movie was fire. Like Get Out had me on the edge of my seat the whole time. They tried to do a Get Out and failed miserably.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
They did not try to do a Get Out, bro. No, shut the fuck up.
And yeah,
they still had that agenda. It was still divisive. It was still like white versus black. You know what I'm saying? Turning blacks into slaves.
Or something like that.
Huh?
It was called the other movie that killed it or whatever his name is. Or
is it called Us? Us?
Yeah,
like Duality. I saw that. That shit. I ain't like that one that much. He was trying to do too much. But Get Out.
Why did your wife dislike the movie?
Huh?
Why did your wife dislike the movie?
Because he disliked the movie. That's the only reason why. Bro, I promise you, she wouldn't have went to see that movie with the right dude. If she would have went to see the movie with me, we would have had a good time. She would have been geeking over that shit. Oh, yeah, I like the part when, you know what I'm saying?
Same reason.
Come on, bro. Hey, women want to have a good time when they go out, bro. They can't have a good time with niggas like this. I don't care what color she is. They want to have a good time. She can't have a good time with you. Oh, this movie's whack. This movie's trash. Isn't it? Yeah. Deep down, she liked it the whole time.
I did, bro. Like I think we got the same mind, bro. Like we were looking at each other the whole time in the theater, like just rolling our eyes, bro. I was like, cause we ain't.
She was looking at you to gauge your reaction. And then when she realized you didn't like it, she went along with it. If you would have liked it, she would have went along with it.
Bro, it's like, why is everybody fucking with this shit so much? And it's because of what you're saying, like the production, the ambiance, the music is fire, right? They were able to depict that time back in the day real well, man. The staging, the location, all that. But see, I don't watch movies for all that. Like I appreciate it, but I'm there for like the writing. Like, what's up, man? Let me see what y'all doing. And it's just a political like propaganda piece to me. To empower, it's like black victimhood. You know what I'm saying? But we can't have shit. We got these vampire bloodsuckers taking over our shit.
No, it's no victimhood because, like I keep saying, it all came down to choice. They had to literally invite the evil in, bro. If they didn't invite it in, or she wouldn't have went outside, none of this would have happened, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Which was it's a cool idea to do, but they could have did it much better. They could have made that shit fire, made it more believable. It had a dope ass plot.
Yeah. What did you think of this of the second ending?
When they pulled up to the bar?
Yeah.
It was cool. It was cool.
Yeah. What would you take from that? Was that like was there anything in that made you think like it was?
No, I thought it was cool. I thought it was a creative ending for it, and you know what I mean. It say that they really fuck with each other and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? My brother told me to let you live, so I let you live, and I thought it was cool. It was cute.
Okay, cool. Yeah, in my head I was like, okay, cool. Like he kept his word with his brother.
Yeah.
But then I also thought, and I also kind of low key thought for a second, the person I went with, I was like, yo, like, when you did say, because I watched like the Twilight, I watched like the Vampire Diary shit and all that stuff, and it's just I've seen a lot of vampire stuff, and when they're newborns, they're the strongest. You feel me?
Yeah.
So for me, that's one thing that I did. I was kind of like, normally the people who even turn them over tend to be weaker than the new ones, because the new ones are the strongest because they're the hungriest. They're the, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They don't have enough control and shit. So yeah, I could see that.
And
But
vampires heal, bro. And when that part when he shot Buddy in the face and Buddy's face didn't heal, I'm like, bro, you're a vampire. You're not a fucking zombie. Like, vampires' faces heal. Tedious, but like I like vampires. You're gonna do vampires, you gotta do it right.
If you're gonna use that type of thing, then at least be true to the.
Yeah, like stay, like keep it consistent.
Who said that they have to stay, bro? Vampire movies lore is always different, bro. They either stick to like the traditional vampire lore, or they make their own rules. Cause if we gonna nitpick vampire lore, it's a lot of stuff you can nitpick on Twilight, bro. Them niggas was outside in the daytime, wasn't it? Like, come on, bro. Like, come on. And then when it come to Sinners, they say Remick was outside when the sun was up. Yeah, he was outside during the sunset, bro. And he burned during the sunrise. If you listen to the words carefully, they said they'll never be able to see another sunrise. They never said that they couldn't be outside at all during the sun. They said sunrise, bro. Now, we assume that they can't be outside during the daytime. But my whole argument is he wants to nitpick vampire lore and call it a damn review, when the movie was literally about everything else but the vampires. The vampires was just a device. But look, man, I got in the video. My camera ran out of memory. Y'all like the video. LIKE, like the video. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Y'all be safe. I'm out.
Bruh, you recording?